Hey, greetings, beautiful people. It's your girl, yo. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I know I'm late. I'm supposed to be here at 6 o'clock, but I see that some people are live right now, and I don't want to make it too late. So I just wanted to pop on here and let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. The myth behind 420. So come on, I'm gonna wait till some of y'all get in here, and I'm not gonna wait long because you guys can catch the replay. I just wanted to let y'all wrap your head around some things, right? So okay, I wanted to talk about this because a lot of y'all are puffed up today. A whole lot of y'all smoking, including my baby. My baby girl like to puff, so but she knows the secret behind this 420 thing, and why people do what they do. Come on in here, one that's peeping up in there. I see you. Don't be scared. Two, three, y'all, come on in here. Come on in here. Let's talk about 420. Let's talk about the myth of behind 420. So I'm gonna educate y'all, right, and tell y'all how this thing got started. Put aside those myths and things that y'all heard. Tell y'all a little bit of truth about this 420 day and why some of you all celebrate this thing, right? And then I'm gonna give you the breakdown on the spiritual aspect of the 420. So okay, so y'all coming in, you ain't gonna say nothing. Okay, so y'all ain't gonna talk. You can hide in the bushes. Okay, so let's go. So let's talk about this. Okay, so there's a whole lot of myths going on about 420, how this thing started, right? Okay, some people believe that the 420 thing started when with Hitler. They said that it was representing Hitler's birthday and all that. But Hitler's birthday was April the 20th, 420, was on 1889. So it was his birthday, but it had nothing to do with Hitler. Hey, how you doing, Kevin? How you doing? Yeah, so and we're gonna be talking about the myth behind 420 and tell y'all why y'all doing what y'all do. Cause see, my thing is, it's cool to do what you do, but it's real important to know why you do some things. You don't do stuff because everybody else doing it. You at least need to know why you're doing what you do. So I'm here to break it down for you youngsters. Okay. So again, they said that Hitler did it, right? And that they thought that 420 was based on Hitler. Adolf Hitler. Y'all know him. The Nazi guy. Okay. Well, his birthday again was April the 20th in 1889. Okay. And also, they used to say that 420 was the code for the police officers and stuff for law enforcement. That meant that it was illegal weed smoking in progress somewhere. So that was a code for them. So they used that 420 for that, right? That's not true. That was not the case. And then it was this group out, Bob Dylan. He was oh no, some people thought it was Bob Marley. They thought that 420 was behind him, but I think his birthday was in I want to say February or something like that. His birthday wasn't there. It had nothing to do with him. And then there was a group called Bob Dylan, the group Bob Dylan. They made a song, and I think the name of the song, I wrote the name down. It's called Rainy Day Woman. And what they would do is they would say that 12 times 35 equal 420 because it was like in that song, and that was not true either. So let me tell you the real deal of how this came, because all the stuff that I just told you were rumors. Okay, so the real deal was, matter of fact, Bob Marley's birthday was February the 6th, 1945, just so you guys know. I'm just gonna give y'all a little reference, right? So let's talk about the real story about behind the 420 craze. That seemed to be this worldwide holiday. I don't know if I want to say national, because a lot of people know that 420 is this the day for people that smoke to get together and smoke. Um, so the real story traces back to um, California. In the school that these students went to was five young men, and they were in a school, and the school was called Marion, Marin County, California. So they was going to a school there, and it was five students, right, high school students. So what these guys did was, they was kind of like on the nerdy type side. They wasn't into athletics and stuff like that. And after school they had like after school curriculum activities. So instead of them playing at the end of the school's time, 420 in the afternoon was the time for the curricular activities. But these five guys, they would go and they had like little code words to each other, be like, hey, 420 me, right? 420. And 420 meant that them five guys was gonna go behind the wall of the school. It was a statue there, but it was a long wall, and they would meet at this tall wall, the five of them, and they would smoke weed together after school at 420, right? So hey everybody, how y'all doing? Come on in. So they would smoke the weed, right? And so and then every time that they met in the afternoon at 4:20, they would try to figure out most ridiculous things they could do or creative things that they could think of when they were getting high in the afternoon instead of playing football or whatever they was doing in the evening, right? So this is what these five guys did. Let me tell you their names, okay? So you guys can look up the names and see what happened to these guys, but I'm not gonna do that for you. I'll let you do that. Okay, so the first guy name was Steve Caper, Capper. The second guy name was Dave Reddick. Then we have Jeffrey Noel. We have Larry Swartz and Mark Gravis. That was his name. Okay, those were the five guys. So let's tell you how, and they called ourselves after they got together. Then you know how you get together and they got all buzzed up and stuff. So they called our little self the Waldorf, the Waldos. It's like, and they say they named ourselves the Waldos is because they was like this little dough high boys, standing behind a brick wall every day after school getting high. So that was our little code, but it was 420, and they called ourselves the Waldos. So what happened was um, one of the guys, I'm gonna tell you his name. His name was Dave Reddick. One of the guys out of the five. What he did was he by him living in California, um, he ran into this band, and I don't know if y'all heard it because y'all kind of young, but you can look it up. Y'all remember the Grateful Dead? It was a band group called the Grateful Dead, right? And it was like a rock band. So he wound up being a runner for that band. And back in those days, and this was like back in the 70s, now y'all got to remember the time era, right? So he wound up being a runner for that band, meaning that every time they went on trips and stuff, he would go with them, but what he would also do is go be the runner. If they needed like women or smoking or whatever they needed, he would be the runner for them. Now, mind you, this a young man, he got up a little bit older, but he hooked up with this rock band, and now he feeling important, and he's with them, and they smoking and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so the Grateful Dead, by them being a nice sized band, they was starting out kind of like known throughout California and stuff. Let me shut this door for 1 minute. Hold on 1 minute, baby. Don't y'all hold on 1 second. I'm gonna shut this door. All right. Oops. Oh, knocking the table. Hold on 1 second. Oh, oh shit! I'm making a big mess. Hold on one quick second. Let me shut the door over. Ah, I'm coming. And my little dog is moving around, y'all. So I had to make sure I shut the dog's door so she won't be showing off on it. Okay. So back to the look back to the drawing board. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay, so I was telling y'all about the guy. Okay, so he um make sure I got my stuff in order. I had my stuff all nice and neat. I knocked it over. Anyway, so Dave was a runner for he was Dave Reddick was a runner, and Dave also had a brother too, that wasn't a part of this group, and his brother knew this band too. So his brother was working with him because the band wanted to get more people to come to a show that they was having. So what they decided to do was they said, "Look, we're gonna make some flyers because back in them days there wasn't no computer and stuff like that. So they was getting the word out with flyers. So they made all these flyers and stuff, and they was hoping that the people in other states would get the word out that the band is coming. And they were saying, all of y'all come, but when y'all come, it's gonna be on 420. We're gonna smoke. We're gonna get high. So they were sending the signals out to all the other people in California and outside the state lines to get people to come in just to smoke on 420. Okay. So when that happened, they said it was successful too. And because I remember the back in them days, I'm an old girl, so I remember when things was happening and shaking then, and when things were real popular, right? So then what happened was, it was a news reporter, right? A young news reporter. Now this happened in the early, in the 19. I want to get the 1990s, and then so it was a young news reporter, and I'm gonna tell you the magazine he worked for, where this came out at. He got a hold of the flyer. I forgot the gentleman's name, but anyway, he worked for a magazine company. What's the name of that company? Dang, it was like one of the big names back in the day. I thought I wrote his name down. Hang on 1 second. What was the name of that daggone magazine? Okay, so the first flyer came out in December the 28th, 1990, and they called ourselves the Deadheads, right? Because you know we get all smoking, even it was a part of the Grateful Dead, but they call ourselves the Deadheads because they won't get high on the 20 on 420. So you know, it was like the side name was, you know, like the nickname was the Deadheads. So if you was a fan, you were pretty much called the Deadhead of the Grateful Dead, which is the band group. Y'all understand that? Oh, you said yes, so you know, right? Okay, so oh yeah, here's the name of the magazine. The name of the magazine was called High Time Magazine. That's the name of the magazine back then, right? And and that guy, one of the guys was, which was a fan of the band, he got hold of the magazine. And so in 1991, what he did was he published that again. And so he made more flyers out, and it got real, real big, like a big fad and phase. So everybody came together in 1991. Uh, on 420 just to get high. So it was like a real big deal. And from that day to right now, we are still celebrating 420. And that's how it got started. That was they were the originators of that whole thing, right? Okay, and now what else I want to tell y'all? Oh yeah. Man, this is real deep, y'all. Okay, so now y'all know how they got started, and now you know why this is going on. Let's talk about hey Rachel, how you doing, baby? Blessings to you. Let's talk about numbers, you know, because things matter. Let's talk about 420. Did you know that what you guys are smoking, you guys, what they got in your ingredients, don't you know it is 420 active ingredients in the weed that you smoking? 420 chemicals. I ain't talking about you know, people say the herbs natural and they come from the ground and all that. No. What you're smoking is 420 active chemicals. That's what you're smoking when you smoke your weed. So just know that that's in there when you inhaling and you puff puff passing. I just wanted to let you know, right? Not saying that you got to stop. That's your life. Do what you do. I'm just saying, just let you know, right? So to be aware, right? So, and I want you to know this. Let's talk about the number four. All right, so let me tell you what the number four represents. I'm gonna read it off because I didn't want to skip nothing about what the number four means in a spiritual sense, right? Okay, so four, the number four means positive thoughts. It means positive attitude, positive thinking. It means encouragement. It means self-love, self-awareness, knowledge of person, which is you, your inner strength. That's just what the number four means by itself spiritually. Okay? Absorb that. Let's go to what number two means. I know y'all said, damn, yo, I just got to give it to you. Number two means kindness, balance, and tact, right? It also means equalization of the duality that's within your body. You know, the good and the bad, equalization of the duality, the two of you. That's what that number two means. All right, let's go to what zero means. Zero means eternal, internal oneness, internal oneness with yourself, of course. Potential to be able to listen to your intuition and the beginning of a spiritual journey. That's what 420 means. So I just told y'all about how many chemicals that's in the 420, the weed, because that's you know with the weed you smoke, it's 420 chemicals in there. How can you have any of the things that I just said in a spiritual sense um, working when you're impaired with the 420, with the weed and the chemicals? I'm just asking, right? I just want y'all to know what's happening. And so it is my belief and my personal opinion that this 420 agenda, this 420 push for the weed and all the stuff to be out here. It's to throw you off and get you out of your right state of mind. Golden, godlike people, humans. Because if you're in your right mind, you have all the things that I mentioned when I was describing what is 420, the spiritual meaning of that. Okay? So just know when you're smoking those chemicals, you're thrown off and you don't have any of the skills with the 420. All right. I think that this was pushed so it could be legalized in all states and nationally. This is what I think. And through the federal and beyond, so it could be legalized because that was what you call a test run. And if you guys think about it, hey baby, hey, how y'all doing? Thanks for coming in. If y'all think about this, just think about what I just said. If y'all think about this, y'all would know it to be true because they have that medical marijuana too that they're using and stuff now for people. But again, how many chemicals are in that? I do not know, so I'm not familiar. But just the regular stuff that I'm telling you, the regular marijuana that they're giving to you in these cannabis shops and all that stuff, it is definitely 420 chemicals in there. you know, that y'all smoking. So I just thought that would be a quick little footnote in me to pop on here to let y'all know what y'all doing so that y'all can decide whether or not you want to keep doing it or if you want to try to grow your own and look in your state and see if you can grow it in your state. And if so, find out the legalities of it so that you can plant it and grow yourself. Because it's good to know what you're putting in your body, just like when you put foods and stuff in your body, you should know what you're smoking too, what you're inhaling. So I wanted to pop on here and I didn't want to blow you high. But because some of y'all might have a little buzz now. How you doing, Miss Chicago? Hey, Calvin. How you doing, Rachel? CX. Hey, Northern Born. Hey, what's going on with y'all? Yeah, I see y'all over here. But I know some people are live now, so and they probably don't want to hear what I'm saying because I'm gonna tell them some real shit, right? But it is what it is. Those who have ears will listen. But basically, yeah, they push that agenda, and y'all do know this too. Back in the day, like I said, they had magazines and radio. They didn't have, the internet and all that stuff. And so, just think about from then in the 1990s and the 70s and all the way up until where we are now. They used to push stuff through um, flyers and stuff like that or telegrams and newspapers and stuff. That's how they advertised back then. And right now, if you think about it, all you hear about is stuff on television. You get it a little faster. But that's how they push that out then. So, in other words, they've been planning this stuff for a long time. Legalizing marijuana in different states and stuff like that. That's not like a ooh, we're gonna decide to do that. No, that wasn't the plan all the time. Because if you go back to what I just said and what I just spoke about, you'll know that the agenda is real and it's already pre-planned for you all. But again, don't fall into the tricks and trait of what they're doing. If you still, because our people did smoke back then. Our people, the Aboriginal people, our people smoked back then. We smoked herbs and stuff like that to heal. We burn herbs and stuff to heal our bodies. But it's certain things that you have to do. So do your research on how you can heal your body, things that you can smoke and stuff like that. Don't just go out here smoking, stuff that you don't know what you're smoking. That's all I'm trying to say. And that's all I came on here to say. So I'm not gonna hold y'all up because I know, like I said, a lot of other people are live and stuff like that. And y'all, hey, Mr. Keemy, and y'all probably want to go get into shit. I can dig it. But y'all need to know what's going on and what you putting in your bodies, okay, and how things originated, how things got started. It won't just an overnight thing that all of a sudden all this stuff became available to you. And you got the green check mark to be able to go into any type of cannabis shop and shop. If you notice, if you go up into them shops right there, they got everything. They got the incense, they got the pipes to smoke it, they got the weed, and they got weed to put you in different moods and stuff like that. And you wonder why do they have the weed that you can buy from the cannabis shops to put you in different moods? Didn't I just tell y'all about the moods that the numbers, the 4, the 2, and the 0 represents spiritually, right? So why would they make or create a certain type of strand of marijuana, weed, whatever you want to call it, cannabis, for you to smoke to alter what is spiritually already ingested into you or embedded into your DNA. See, y'all have to start asking yourself some questions before y'all start firing it up. Y'all got to do that. But anywho, I just came on here. I ain't gonna stay long. I'm gonna go on away from here. I just wanted to pop in. I'm glad y'all stopped through. And I know people say, "Well, damn, yo, you don't stay on here long enough." But that's enough. I think I gave you enough. Y'all go back and see what happened to those fellas, those five fellas. Where are they now? I gave y'all the names earlier. Go look them up and see where they are now. Okay. Oh, and one more thing I want to say before I go though. Y'all know that they always use stars. And I told you the Grateful Dead, that was a great big band back then. You should look at it, look at the record sales that they made. Go and research that. They were a pretty huge, large band, right? And they were really popular. Think about the superstars we have today and what they're pushing. What is their agenda? Hmm? Ain't nothing new under the sun. You just have to open your eyes and see. And stop having your mind clouded with the 420. Or what they used to say, my laws call it the ooh wee. Ooh wee. You gonna be fucked up if you don't wake up. I just gotta say that. All right, I gotta go, y'all. All right, y'all got any questions? Any questions in about it? Okay, let me drop the link in case y'all want to say something real quick. If not, I'm gone. Okay. All right. Mr. Keeper said 100. I'm just saying. Hey, Bolo, I know I be going on here fast and I be getting the hell off of here. I be getting off here quick. Just as quick as I come on, I be getting off. I told you I like to say what I got to say and giddy up out here. Well, let me see what y'all got to say. Y'all got anything to say? What y'all think about what I just told y'all? I know some of y'all coming in late, but y'all might have to watch the replay. Basically, I just told everybody how about the myths of the 420 and how I got started, and told them the real story about it, because it was like a few myths running around about how it got started, and I was letting people know the significance of the spiritual significance of the number 4, 2, and 0, the 420. I was also letting people know about the chemicals and stuff that they have is 420 chemicals, active chemicals, not dormant, active chemicals in the weed that you're smoking when you get from these cannabis shops and stuff like that. And you also have weed that put you in different moods, and they have little signs on there. If you want to feel this way, get this type of strand. If you want to feel that way, get this strand. But when I read to you spiritually what the number 420 means to your body and what it will alter if you were to contaminate it with something else, it'll mess you all up. So anyway, I just wanted to let y'all know that. Okay, so look, if y'all have any questions or nothing like that, I'm gonna let y'all go ahead about your day. But again, my suggestion is to see if you can grow your own stuff in your state. And so when you get a buzz, you'll know that you're buzzing and you're vibing on the right vibe. You know what I'm saying? You're vibing high. You did? All right. So hey y'all and bye y'all. Y'all have a good day, okay? Peace, everybody. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. All right. Go back and watch the replay because it's very important that you know what you're doing and why you're doing it. All right. I'm just saying. Peace.